Right. Maybe he could make it from 54, but he can't make it. And by the way, to your credit and his, he did miss from 56 at the end of the half. So maybe you think 58. But boy, he's pumped up. End of game. Crowd is going to carry the football through the uprights.
But there's pressure also because there is no. Okay, if I miss this, there's 2 minutes left. We could possibly get the ball back. This is it. Once that ball hits his foot, it's over. Time is going to expire, and you either winning or you losing the game. Yep. That's a lot of pressure. Now, we've seen kickers, like you just saw the Texans kicker just missed the PAT. They didn't run into it. We got a tie ball game. Now Drew Brees gets to take his time and go down the field, and a field goal wins the game in a tie situation. But now they needed a field goal to win the game. Skip, I get what Romeo was trying to do. I did not believe this kicker I didn't know he had this kind of leg, but I'd have played it just like this. I'm saying, look, don't give them out any, because I'm thinking, Skip, they're going to try to, the reasons why I'm saying, don't let them get out of bounds. They got one timeout, but it's only 6 seconds. So I'm like, if you want to throw the ball in the middle of the field, have at it, Drew. But if you're going to play off, you can't play 10 yards because he's just going to turn around and run a stop route.
There has to be some middle ground where you play some defense that gives you credible coverage at 15 yards. Because if he's going to get you 3 straight 15-yarders, you're going to get into the danger zone.
It was the last one. I don't know why the slot guy, he was playing that far off. Because all they need, he's like, okay, let me just get under 60.
Yeah.
Play 4 yards. Split the difference. Don't play your...
Okay.
But it's hindsight, Skip. It's second guessing. I don't want to do that.
Back to your first point. Again, I'm a huge Deshaun fan, and I tweeted twice at the end of the game. First, I said Deshaun deserves to win this game, and then as soon as the field goal went through, I tweeted it in past tense. Deshaun deserved to win this game, and that tweet on the internet, it just exploded, which shocked me because I think there are a lot of people out there who are with us on this, that as much as you respect Drew Brees and as much as you want the Saints to get something right from the referees, to get the right side of a referee.
They want restitution.
Yeah, they do. But in the end, there's no tougher quarterback in the National Football League mentally or physically than Deshaun Watson. And he's starting to turn into, right before your very eyes, a hard luck loser because it seems like he just battles his butt off every game. And he had a better QBR than Drew Brees. He was 90 to 74, which is highly impressive. So he can't play much better than he played.
No.
And he walks off a loser. And it was hard for me to watch him on the sideline. He was looking away from the Lutz field goal, like just waiting, listening for the crowd to react. Because they'll tell you in your ear what happened. And I'm sure it just tore his heart out that he played so hard. And to your point, 62 last year, 6 last night, and 11 quarterback hits last night. And yet he inflicts some of it on himself because on 4th and 1 from the 21? Yeah, 4th and 1 from the 21, he just takes off and just hurtles into the end zone and flips on his back, and he was going in the tent, and I'm sure he's got deep bruises all through the lower back.
Skip, I think the biggest misconception is that he's so mobile, how does he get sacked? But the mobile quarterbacks are some of the most sacked quarterbacks because while they're running themselves out of harm's way on the backside, they runs themselves into trouble on the front side. You look at Randall Cunningham, Michael Vick, Cam Newton. Some of the more mobile quarterbacks get sacked the most.
When Deshaun gets to the Brady moment, which is 1, 2, 3, throw, like you got to get rid of it, Deshaun is looking to make the play, and so he's looking to escape the rush. And sometimes, to your point, then you duck up under and you get sacked anyway, or you get rocked from the blind side. And Deshaun is not a pure pocket passer who's just going to throw on time like bing, 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 like Brady. Brady's never going to do that. The ball's going to be gone, and if there's nobody open, it's going into the ground or into the stands.
Exactly, yes.
Okay? So I love watching Deshaun, but I feel for him, and I'm with you because I don't know how long his career is going to last at this rate. Because he self-inflicted that shot on the tumble into the end zone, and I think he paid for that the whole game, but he might pay for it the whole year. And in the end, I feel for him because I'm not the biggest Bill O'Brien fan. Romeo's been good, but not great as a coordinator. And it feels like Deshaun is stuck with a team that's pretty good with DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, and now Kenny Stills. But not, and Fuller made a great catch.
Yeah, they made
a great catch last night.
They got great skills. I mean, you look at, they signed Duke Johnson or Carlos Hyde. Skip, they ran the ball really well last night.
Did. But
they got to protect
where are they going? They're going to win a playoff game?
They can. I believe they have the best quarterback in the division. And normally the best quarterback, I would say 8 times out of 10, the best quarterback will win the division.
Yep.
Now, Skip, you get outliers. Sometimes you get teams that play such great defense that they can overcome a great quarterback, or you have an injury to a quarterback in that situation. But they got to protect him. And on New Orleans, you look at the weapons. Sean Payton says, you know what? I got Alvin Kamara over here. I'm bull jiving around and doing all this. Let me give him the ball. Let me hand it to him. Let me throw it to him. And you see just how special this young man is.
Second half, that's what they did.
Defenders, a little piece of advice, and I've tweeted this for the last 5 years. Do not let the offensive player cross your face unless you have bracket coverage and you're responsible for the outside. Then you stay outside and force him to your help. Skip, they're playing man coverage. Cunningham, you got him man to man. Why would you ever let him run the arrow route and let him cross your face? If you force him to the outside, guess what, Skip? You can use the boundary. You can chase him out of bounds. But if you let him cross your face, you got no help inside. Kamara goes 41 yards. On the touchdown that Deshaun threw to D. Hopkins, it looks I didn't really chance to see it, but it looks like they're playing some kind of quarters cover 6, which they play in half field on one side, the safety's in the middle of the field, half the field. Skip, he let D-Hop cross his face. You can't let him cross in your face.
Well, sometimes that guy's just better than you are.
Okay, but Skip, he might be better, but he's going to have to make a hell of a catch because he's not crossing my face. That's what, remember I told you, we talked about this when it happened, Pittsburgh-Dallas game. I said Jarvis Jones' job is to get across the tight end's face. Well, Escobar says, no, I'm not letting you cross my face because I know if I can keep you out of here, Zeke's going to hit his head on the goalpost. Okay, nobody is supposed to cross your face as an offender, or offensive player, or a defensive player. Skip, that's rule number 1. And I'm like, do y'all study tape? What do y'all be doing? Are they on the IG, Skip? Is anybody in meeting? When you're in meetings, what is the coach telling them?
I don't know. Maybe you should.
I was gonna say,
no.
You need to read your tweets.
I ain't got that kind of patience.
Yeah,
really?
I know. I ain't got that kind of patience.
For that.
You just tweet. You don't coach.
No.
Anyone respond to that message? Like, yeah,
I mean,
get some good responses.
A lot of times it's people that never played the game. I think sometimes they're just agreeing with me, Skip. But the Saints are loaded offensively, Skip. I mean, because they can run it with Murray, gives them a change of place. He's the Ingram guy. Now, how healthy can he stay? Because that seems to be Latavius Murray's history, is that at some point in time during the season, Skip, he gets nicked and he misses a game here or there. But that Alvin Kamara, Skip, he's special. I mean, he's slithery and he runs with a little bit more power than you think for someone his size. You're looking at him, you're like, oh, man, he can't run. But he's breaking tackles in the line. They give it to him inside, Skip. And, man.
I must admit, in the second half last night, after some in the Cowboy organization had made comparisons between young rookie Tony Pollard and Kamara, I was thinking, no, we better just stop that.
I appreciate that.
But seriously.
Yeah.
Now, maybe we can go to comparisons of the 90s Cowboy dynasty to this team. Right. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But that one is like, no, stop that.
That's a good
So I got one last referee point.
Okay.
The flashpoint of the game for many watching was the DeAndre Hopkins takedown of Marcus Williams after Deshaun did throw the one interception. If we could see this. So Deshaun, this is a bad idea, into like triple coverage. And then DeAndre threw him down.
That's a flag.
Okay. And it was flagged. And DeAndre said after the game, oh, well, next time I'll play touch football, which I thought was a nice response. Whew. And I must admit, in that circumstance, the way he tried to get him to the ground, I didn't have as big a problem with it as you're having right now, because I thought, well, it is tackle football and you got a hold of him. And was he angry about the interception? Probably he was.
Well, but can you imagine if they did a quarterback like that? What would happen?
Well, that's not a quarterback. It's a safety.
Oh, you see. Now you want to quarterback. See, now you can play touch football on that guy. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Turkey Jones did Terry Bradshaw like that.
Well, in the back in the day, everybody did everybody like that.
They would.
Yeah.
They were getting you up. You try to drop your weight. So to get heavy because they couldn't get you off the ground.
Yeah.
But if they got you up off the ground, oh yeah, they was trying to
But he
suplex you
didn't,
on your neck.
fortunately, throw him on his head.
It wasn't like he wasn't trying to.
I don't know.
Skip, when I
Sometimes it is tackle football, and you just got to let them tackle.
Trust me, when you suplex someone, you don't care where they land. Head, neck, shoulders. I'm trying to, because see, you intercepted the ball. If you hadn't intercepted the ball, this wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't be bothering you right now. So I'm trying to send you a message.
Don't do it again.
And plus, they tackle him. D-Hop say, if you'd have got me, this is what you'd have done to me.
thing.
So I'm paying you back.
So it's like the home run hitter in baseball. Then he comes up the next time, he hits a home run, and you hit him in the head.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You're supposed to hit him in the back or the butt.
I think they're trying to.
Well, you can stop it by not throwing it across the plate and let
Games
them
back
knock it
and
out.
forth. I think you said it, Skip, off the top of the show. Good way to start Monday Night Football, because we also had a different game in action. Did the Raiders show that they're better off without Antonio Brown? That is something we'll discuss next. Don't forget, you can check us out every day on the Fox Sports channel on SiriusXM. We'll be right back.